guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be introducing my mom and my dad, and they're going to help me talk about what it's like driving through Gettysburg in an RV. Anyways, let's get started.
Okay.
We'll have to edit out some of this.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we had rented a 26-foot RV, motorhome, motor coach type seat. So that's what we're talking about here. It's like a smaller one. So not sure how this would go with the bigger one with a tow behind, but this was their experience with the little 26-footer. We went into Gettysburg and we went into the Gettysburg National Military Park and Museum. But driving through the city, how was it for you?
Driving through the city, it wasn't too bad actually. You just kind of had to go slow and pay attention to the signs really well. And we went kind of through the center of town and then followed the signs around to the different monuments.
And then you arrive at the parking lot. It was really nice actually because they had RV parking spots, didn't they, down below?
Yeah.
So it had a nice area, had little picnic tables right next to the parking spot as well. And so
And a
you
bathroom.
could stop, yeah, and a bathroom as well, which was really nice. So you could stop there, have some lunch, and get ready for your day. And then it was about, I don't know, a 5-minute walk up to the museum.
Not even a 5-minute walk, to be honest. It was more like 3 minutes.
Very specific.
Yeah.
But just in case it's raining or mobility issues or anything like that, it was a little. You had to walk through the parking lot on a little path by the side of the road and uncovered. So you're out in the elements, but it's only for 3 minutes rather than 5 minutes. And then you get in the museum.
Yeah, and I liked the museum. It was very cool to see all the history around us and see like what they slept in that night, and there's little video spots where you could sit down and you could and it was split into 3 different parts. It was all about the Civil War, not all about it, but it was
The movement of the troops.
Yeah, it was about the movement of the troops and like where they set up everything. It was very cool to see that.
But there weren't any chairs, were there? So
yeah, but there weren't any chairs, so you would sit down on the ground. I don't know why it said sit down. Yeah.
And I think each video was what? How long?
Pretty long.
Probably like 5
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Each video was probably like 5 minutes. And then you would continue through the museum.
Yeah, and then the nice part was then you go to the museum, to the battlegrounds, right?
Yeah, monuments around the battleground. And that was a pretty easy drive as well. There were some one-way streets you need to pay attention to because I ended up going the wrong way down a few of them. But we went there in a low time, so it was pretty easy to get turned around. Even on the sides of the roads, it's all pretty flat. As long as it hasn't rained and there's no mud, then you can just kind of back off into the grass and get turned around. I can see how during a really high season that might be a bit more difficult. But
So we drove ourselves in the RV. You can drive yourself, or you can have like a bus.
yeah, we drove ourselves around it. So
In
in
the
the
RV.
in the 26-footer, it wasn't all that bad. The road is not wide enough in the two-way areas for a car and an RV to pass, but it's super flat on the sides, so it's easy to get a tire off the edge. Both of us get a tire off the edge and go past. And there's plenty of wide spots to park in. Again, we went in a lower time. It was still pretty cold out, which was nice. It wasn't super cold, but it was cold enough that there wasn't as many people there.
But it's a much nicer change than 47 degrees in the summertime.
So-
But we were surprised how close the battlefield
Oh
was,
yeah,
wasn't it?
like the battlefields were really close together, and you could see us walking up to one of the monuments in the video. So, but there was tons of them, and it was all about
And And you can see the north of the that battleground area. You can see where the northern troops were and the southern troops were as well.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
it was very cool because like it was also very close to Gettysburg. Like I thought how they were fighting each other was an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah. And then, did you like the? I thought it was amazing. I like that part the best. The monuments is out.
Yeah, because like
elements.
sometimes like you could even like walk where everybody else walked during the war. It was during the Civil War. Like it was very cool.
Yeah. So it was easy to get around with the RV there. Did you have to try getting to the museum? Again, this is the National
Getting to the museum was pretty easy as well, actually. It was just off one of the highways. You didn't really have to go through town at all. It was. I didn't have any issues with it, and I'd only been driving an RV for like 2 weeks at that time. Not even that much. Like literally from zero to driving an RV. So anybody that's good at driving an RV, you will have zero problem at all. But any newbies out there, it's an easy monument museum to get into.
But just keep this in mind. He drove really big trucks when he was with his dad. So
a very, very long time ago. I don't think we can count that.
But yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? It was good. It was nice. It was easy. With an RV, you don't really face any difficulties.
Yeah.
We spent about 4 or 5 hours to.
About a half day there.
Yeah, about a half day. The museum, if you read everything and you look at it and watch all the movies fully, then it could definitely be a full day. There's like a 22-minute film as well.
Yeah.
We skipped that. We were in a bit of a
hurry.
Yeah. But if you're really short on time and you like monuments and just seeing where these battles took place, the outdoor part is very, very cool. And they give you a brochure, a pamphlet, and it has numbers, and so you follow the numbers around the road, and it tells you what you see there. So you're kind of self-guided as well if you want. Yeah. But you could spend 3 days there.
You could spend a few days there, seeing everything.
Yeah.
But we were on the.
So the shortest is
version.
like a half day, really, to make it worth. I think it was about $48 for an adult. So you want to make your money's worth. So would you go again?
I would go. I would definitely go again because it was very educational, and next time I would like to spend a lot more time reading about this stuff. So there's definitely a few things I missed the last time there. So I would definitely go again. What about you, Dada?
Yeah, definitely go again. It was a very compressed tour there, so there's a lot more that we could have seen.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting to see, when you go through school and you see you read about it in the books, and you don't really get a good feeling of the reality of how close they were to one another and how big the area was. So it's much easier to grasp it when you actually get to see it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the case with a lot of things.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's fun to RV around too. Easy to get around it during that low time, so it's nice to have the RV with you.
Yeah, definitely. I think it rained a bit, so we ran back and changed. So it was good to have it with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the next RV adventure is to the Luray Caverns.
Cavern?
Yeah, that's the next one, and we'll chat about what it's like going there with the RV.
Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry I didn't talk much in any of the videos.
She's getting better.
Getting used to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think I'll see you at Luray Caverns.
All right.
Bye.
Subscribe to our channel.
Bye.